Okay, so I decided to do a video instead of a document because I could be more detailed that way. I will be transcribing it all to a document with images, but for now, we're just going to go through the process and discuss all of the functionality to be needed. So first, we're going to log in, but we should probably start with registration. Here's the registration page. Click Facebook. You go to the Facebook. You click Twitter. Go to Twitter. Email. We'll open the email. On Skype, we'll do a direct chat message to them. So here is the first step where the user will decide, are they a buyer or are they a seller? If they decide or choose they're a buyer, they'll go here. If they don't type anything, it's validated that, well, they have to type something. So I'm going to choose tech support. So one of the things on the buyer side, it's called username, stage name. Seller side, username, stage name. Whatever they decide to choose, it all kind of functions as a username, which will be the name that they're known by across the site, through the chat, messaging, newsfeed, everywhere. Validation for the username. I should be able to put spaces, capital letters, lowercase letters, underscores, numbers if I want to put numbers. What I won't be able to do is put special characters like this, and that's just to prevent, as you know, SQL injections. Type your email. So the email should be validated so that it must contain an @ symbol and it must contain this .com at the end. And then choose the password, and there is no validation on the password. So this is where the user will select their country. I'm in the United States. Let's choose United States. Their gender and their birthday. So validation for this step is if I'm a buyer, I actually can't select female. The option is here. No, I'm incorrect actually. Buyers can be of any gender. Okay, so if I'm a buyer, I can select any gender. So I'm female, April 1st, 1992 is my birthday. So the birthday needs to be validated to make sure that the date, according to the current year, that the person signing up is 18 years or older. And the information from this section, the location, gender, and age, is going to be posted. Let's log in here. It's going to be posted on the profile page in this little area right here. Let's go back to registration. So let's go to the next step. I want to be pleasured with. So this is where I choose, one or more, none or more. There's not really any validation for the amount that can be selected here. What does need to be validated is that this obviously must be selected. And then register now. And if I choose to register now, I'll be taken as a buyer to the payment plans where the payment processor will be integrated. And once I choose my plan, I'm a buyer, so I'm going to choose this one. Once I choose this plan, I'll come here to the news feed, which of course is not the actual news feed anymore. When I am taken to the news feed, so since the news feed will be more like this, we'll go here. I will not be able to post if I try and post anything, or if I try and do anything without the email being verified. And I want to say that's already a part of this. So let's go here. And let's go ahead and email validation is on. say that. So if I do that and I come back over here, and I log out and I come back in and I want to register. So this isn't the registration, obviously, but I'm doing this for sample purposes. So I'm going to sign up. Here. And actually, since this is going to be an actual account.
Oh, you pussy, come get me. You fucking bitch. Come get me. Come get
So right now there aren't any spaces allowed, and we do need spaces to be allowed. But for right now, I'll just sign up like that. Okay, so if I go to log in now, I believe. I'm just double checking here. Well, well, it's interesting. That's obviously not working out very well. So let's move forward. Basically, the buyer must verify their email before they're able to do anything on the site. Okay, so that's the bottom line on that. We'll have to tinker with the validation on that. Okay, so let's go back. And now I'm going to decide to be a seller. So as a seller, again, I choose my username or stage name, choose my email, same validation that's needed on the buyer side, @sign.com, no special characters, things like that. Same validation here, except for sellers can only be female. So if they select that they're male or transgender, we should get an error dialog that says, sellers are only permitted to be female, that they can't be male. And again, the birthday needs to be 18 or older. So let's go forward. Here is one of the most important parts. Right here, so let me just choose a random one. So it needs, the only validation that's really needed here is that the system needs to check that a minimum of 2 photos are uploaded. 1 photo is uploaded in this input. 1 photo is uploaded in this input. Now, as you can see, I can upload multiple photos if need be, but there has to be at minimum 1 photo in each one. This form for sellers is going to be submitted to verify at mypantyless.com, where the admins will verify that their info is correct. So if I go here, I'm going to select I want to pleasure with, blah, blah, blah. There's no really any validation needed on that. Again, obviously, this must be checked. Now, sellers, when they go to register now, they're sent to this thank you page. They don't go to the payment system. And the reason being is that the admin, once the form is submitted to verify at mypantyless.com, they have to approve that the ID, the name, the proof pic, all of that matches. That way we can make sure everyone's 18 and older, who they say they really are, to have a more safe and secure environment. So once the admin approves them, they should be sent an email either saying, you've been approved, here's a link, and that link will then, they'll have a unique registration ID, and that link will lead them basically where they left off here, go to the payment system, and at that point, then they pay and move forward to the site, and when their email is verified, they'll have access to the site. If their information isn't correct, if their ID is blurry or they didn't send the right documents or something like that, they'll just get an email telling them, explaining what next steps that they need to take. So that'll be it for registration. Next part is, if I can get there. So since I could not log in there, let's just go back to admin. So the news feed, that's the next part. On the news feed right now, we have photos, videos, files, location, and emoticons where we can choose here, kind of similar to Facebook. We also have the ability to do, it should only say all members and only friends. Okay, so that's what that should be there. They're able to post hashtags, tag people with @mention, link to things. So I can @admin playing video games. Obviously not really into. Let's throw in a happy face. Posted, tagged admin. So let's see, that tags the admin profile. So we're able to do all of that. Choose, my friends can see it, everyone. So that's fine right there. What needs to be changed is files. There's no really any need to be able to upload files, so that's going to be removed. And then there's going to be a tag, and I'm just going to show you real quick. Just log in. So this is another site of a similar framework. So, well, I don't remember how to do it on here. Okay, because I'm logged in as a buyer. So, okay, here we go. So there's going to be an icon on there, a little tag symbol. You see on these pages, the classifieds. Okay, so classifieds is this little tag symbol up here. So right here on this bar is going to, in place of the file, is going to be that same tag symbol. And when they click it, it's going to have similar functionality to this. It's going to show the titles of their last classifieds post that they posted in the classified section. And when they do that, are you sure? Confirm it, and then it will post. Basically, they're classified inside the post box, and that link should lead to the classified. Okay, so that's newsfeed, and I think that pretty much covers it for the post box. Now on the newsfeed, regardless of the friendship status, we're going to see posts on this main newsfeed from all members site-wide. So even if I'm not friends with admin or Billy Bob or whoever it is, I'm still going to see everything they post, right? And so because of that, it can get cluttered really easily. And so I want to be able to filter by posts that are just text, posts that are just photos. There aren't any photo posts right now, videos. We don't want to be able to filter by sounds and files, but we do want to be, because people can tag their location. We do want to, so we're in Baytown, Texas. Let's type a status. So now I'm able to filter by posts that are, by location. So right here, or I can go to all posts. So instead of sounds and files, we're going to, again, add the tag symbol, and they're going to be able to filter by classifieds, post that contains reposted classifieds. And then over here, and I guess I should go to this, even though it's not being used at this moment, but let's go to this right here. That bar should have something like this: all members and friends only. So when it's all members and they choose photos, they're going to see the photos posted by all members. It's going to filter it. But if they select friends only and then they also select photos again, or clips, or which are videos, classifieds, anything like that, those are going to filter, and they're only going to see the photos of people that they're friends with, not the all members. And if they choose friends only in general, all the posts on the news feed will no longer be site-wide posts. It will be posts by the people that they are friends with. Also on the news feed, since we are here, these things are going to be added to this news feed on our sidebar right here. This obviously looks terrible because of the designer, but we're going to discuss them anyways. So there's going to be a box. It's going to say leave feedback, say, I don't like the color scheme. I actually love it, but let's just say. So they're going to do whatever type of feedback, or I'd like a more sophisticated chat system. Whatever they want to put here, it's going to be anonymous, unless they decide to include their username and email, which is possible. This is going to send to or post to feedback@mypantyless.com. So it's just a way for the members to give the admins feedback and information or things that they want them to know. This on users, I believe, is yes, and I'm one. There needs to be a little green icon over here, but other than that, that's already there. Trending tags. So I am able to just move that there. I'm gonna put hashtag development, and I want to post that. So when I post that, and only one person is posted right now. So basically how the trending tags works is if 20 people put hashtag development, and that's a popular hashtag amongst a bunch of posts, it's going to work kind of like how Twitter does, where the most frequently used and popular current trending tags are displayed here. When they click on it, they'll see all of the posts containing those tags in them. Newest classifieds, this is just going to update when someone posts to the classified section, which I guess we can kind of actually, if I can find it. This is going to be the classified section. So when I post a classified, we're going to come back here. It's going to put the newest ones are going to post to this box over here. Suggested groups, there's only a set amount of groups right now. Users can use this box right here to say, I want a group of this name, and maybe it'll be added in the future. Right now, there's maybe 20 or 30 select groups. This will display, 5 or 6 of the ones that they aren't already in. Let's go back here. These are going to be love and wink with the appropriate icons. These two things, this 0, those aren't going to be there. These are going to be here. When I comment on something, this little thing right here shouldn't be here. I should only be able to love, because this is going to say love, comments. I shouldn't be able to wink, which is going to be here, or reply to comments. That just is too much. And what else? Okay, so sellers of the day, or it's going to be top sellers. This is going to be up top, but it's actually going to look like this. When I hover over somebody that's a seller, this is just a little thing right here, but it's going to obviously look much better, and it's going to have more information, such as the star rating, the name, things like that. Maybe location or something. Top sellers on the news feed, how that is going to work. There's a review system, as you can see right here. We're reviewing. This looks terrible. It's going to be fixed, but it's got the basic outline right now. So say there's 2,000 users and 100 users all have 5 stars. So we can't put 100 users right now. So how it's going to be ordered is if Diana and Mary both have reviews with 5 stars, or their overall rating is 5 stars, but Mary has 10 5-star reviews and Diana only has 9 5-star reviews, well, Mary is going to be in front of Diana. If there's 2 members that have, so Mary and Joanne both have 5-star overall rating, they both have 10 5-star reviews, but Joanne's last review was yesterday and Mary's last review was 3 days ago, Joanne is going to be in front of Mary because Joanne has the most recent reviews. So it's going to be a system of that type that decides who gets displayed in this area right here. So let's go back to the news feed. So that's going to be up here in this area over here. So I think that's it for the news feed. For the profiles, the same, I don't have one right now to show really, but up here is going to be actually a box like this one. And it's going to say featured photos. And this is going to be on the profile page, not the newsfeed. And we have 8 photos here. And if you go on Facebook, you'll see that, let's go to our profile. It says, you know, choose your featured photos right here. So it's going to work like that. You can pick 8 photos that they want displayed on the top of their profile right here. Then they'll have their cover photo and their profile photo here. The same filtering abilities as is on the newsfeed. Okay, so let's go back to the newsfeed for a moment because I left out one part, which is actually one of the most important parts. Newest buyers. So if I register as a seller and I'm logged in as a seller, I'm going to see the newest buyers right here, the most recently registered buyers right here. But if I'm signed up as a buyer and I'm logged in as a buyer, I'm going to see the newest sellers. So sellers are going to see buyers, buyers are going to see sellers, sellers won't see sellers, buyers won't see buyers, things of that sort. So just had to skip back to that. Login, since we're here anyway, so login is going to look much better, but this is login's basically going to be a pop-up right there. Messages, so the messages page is going to look like this, identical to this. It's being created right now, so they should be able to, if I could scoot my screen up at all, there we go. It's going to have very similar options right here. They're going to be able to upload files, emoticons, and not voice. So, you know, things of that sort right there. So it should be the basic messaging system. And going back to the messaging system, I don't have anybody online with me right now, so it's kind of difficult to show you what I mean. But as of right now, if I have Mary and Joanne are online, and I click on Mary, my pop-up's going to come here. I'm going to be chatting with Mary, blah, blah, blah. So then Joanne messages me. I click on Joanne. Instead of popping up a second pop-up little chat box, it's going to replace the one pop-up. That's how it is currently. And that needs to be fixed. It should be, you know, allow for multiple pop-up chat boxes with the pagination, you know, similar to Facebook's. This is going to look much better, but this is it's not going to show any offline users or anything like that. It's basically, it's going to show all online users site-wide, whether they're friends or not. It's going to show all online users. Okay, so obviously right here, I'm going to be able to search for people and things. No results found. Let's search for admin. Okay, well, I should be able to search for admin, and there's, oh, it shows me everything here. Okay, good. Okay, so I think we'll close out of that. We're done with that. We're done with the home page. We're done with messages. Classifieds, this is what classifieds is going to be. It's going to have these categories. When someone clicks on this, it's going to go to a more detailed version here. When they go to post a classified, it's going to ask for all those details here. And then it's going to post the classified to this page right here. So, and then I think there's going to be a filtering system added into here, but as of right now, the header is going to be different. The header is going to be one file site wide, so don't mind the header so much. But that's pretty much it for classifieds. Browse photos. The designer was such a lovely guy that this isn't even an input. This isn't even a checkbox. So some major work needed on this page. When the photo is clicked, it should do like this. If I click this photo here, this pops up right here. Everything but the add here and comment, we don't need sharing, but loving, winking, things like that. So it's going to look very similar to like this one popped up, and that's going to be site-wide. That's going to be when you post a photo, I believe, and let me actually test it real quick to make sure, but I do believe if I upload 2 photos at once, let's test it. No, it actually didn't do it. So that should basically be how it is site-wide, is that when a photo is clicked, it should have that commenting option. Oh, there we go. Okay, so if I upload 1 photo, for some reason that comes up. If I upload 2, however, it doesn't. So that needs to be like that. The browse photos, there's going to be filtering options. They can filter by tag. There should be an upload option. Obviously, when they upload, they should be allowed to tag the photos. They should be able to filter by the most recent, most viewed, most loved, by tag. Let's see, they're calling me right now. Sorry. Albums, clips, so that they're going to be able to filter by videos too. So video uploads should be minimized to only allow them to be 30 seconds or longer. Or 30 seconds or shorter, I'm sorry. So the videos should only be allowed to be 30 seconds or shorter. Okay, well, I guess this is going to be 2 photos or 2 videos because I'm being summoned right now. So I will get back to you in a moment with the second video.